Well, the European Union has launched an investigation into German pharma company Bayer's $66 billion planned purchase of US agricultural firm Monsanto. The takeover is the biggest ever by a German company and would create the largest integrated pesticide and seed company in the world. EU Competition Commissioner Margrethe Vestager has expressed concern the deal could harm competition in the market for products essential to farming. Well, let's cross to Jack Parrock, who's been tracking developments out of Brussels. Jack, following the news of this EU Commission investigation into the planned takeover, does it look like the merger is on shaky grounds?
It does look like it's on some kind of shaky ground. We've heard in this statement from the European Competition Commissioner Margrethe Vestager that she's received 50,000 emails, 5,000 letters and postcards and an uncounted number of tweets against this merger. There is a lot of public opposition, both here in Europe and across the Atlantic in the United States. Now, the investigation will go deep, she says, into what the merger is going to mean for both the European Union and the US market. Specifically, obviously, her concern will be Europe. But as we say now, it does start to look like there could be some big red flags over this coming merger.
Now, US farmers will be happy with this latest development. One would expect. Some have expressed concern, though, with the merger, calling for it to be blocked.
Indeed. So a group of US farmers have said that essentially across the board, 15.7% of their revenue and income has dropped over the last year, and it's predicted that it could be somewhere near 8.7% this year. Essentially what they're concerned about is that if Bayer and Monsanto merge with all the seeds, all the insecticides that they use, and become such a massively powerful company that there won't be any other options for farmers, that they will be so constrained by the use of the products from these companies that they won't be able to go elsewhere and won't be able to move their own markets, that it will be so dominated by this one mega company of insecticides, herbicides and seeds.
Jack, do we have any ideas to the size and scope of this investigation and when it will be concluded?
Well, we know Margrethe Vestager to be an incredibly thorough competition commissioner. She's taken on big companies, slapping huge fines on tech companies like Apple. Currently, the current deadline for the merger is set for the 8th of January 2018, so that's only a couple of months away. They did, in the press release, give scope for an extension to that, and I would hazard a guess that it would take much longer indeed for the investigation to take place. But what we might see is Bayer, who's taking over Monsanto, put forward some further offerings to the concessions that they've made already as part of this merger deal. We don't actually know exactly what Bayer has conceded, but it could firstly make some further concessions to the European Commission, and secondly, go public with them to ease the concerns in the general public here in Europe and in the United States that have seen such a deluge of emails, letters and communication to the EU saying that they're concerned about this deal.
That was Jack Parrock speaking to us from Brussels.